Welcome to MoggyBoxCraft. I'm Deborah and welcome back to my garden. In today's video I'm going to show you how I harvest and store my onions and what I'm sowing to replace them. I've also got a lot of weeds growing in my lawn, so I'm going to show you how I'm trying to tackle that. And I've got some more flowers to show you to fill up the gaps in my rainbow planter. So I planted my set onions last autumn. When the tips of the onions start to yellow and they start to fall over, it's usually a really good indicator that they're ready to harvest. I usually pull up a few onions every now and again just to check on them how they're doing. Also, if they bolt and go to flower, you've had it. Just pull them up as quickly as you can. To harvest the onions, all I do is give them a wiggle and pull them out. Onions are looking great now. So these are all ready to pull. I planted 4 varieties of set onions last autumn. So we're going to start with a feng shui yellow onion. Hopefully I'm saying that right. I just gather my bunch of onions over a bucket and cut off the majority of the stems, so I make less of a mess. Then using an elastic band, I just wrap that around the stems that are left to hold them all together. I also try to harvest one variety at a time so I don't mix them up. And then to dry my onions, I'm using an old clothes rail that I've just added extra rails to using twine. So I just pop my onions on the clothes rail and leave it in a cool, dry, dark place. So the varieties I've grown this year are feng shui, this yellow onion, electric, this red onion, champion, these are yellow onions, and radar, another yellow variety. So now this area is clear, I'm going to make use of it by sowing a few more things. So I dug over the soil just to fluff it up a little bit and marked it out using bamboo. It makes it so much easier to sow seeds if the area is clearly marked out. It's also great for stopping cats scraping and pooping in your raised beds because they don't like the bamboo. Well, I don't know why they don't like it, but it definitely stops the cats pooping in my raised beds, so I'm going to keep doing it. And then I just use these metal pegs to hold the bamboo in place. And then before sowing my seeds, I make little divots using a trowel. I'm planting lettuce, variety Saladin and Little Gem, beetroot, varieties Rainbow Mix, one I can't pronounce, and Boltree, carrots, varieties Samurai and Purple Haze. Quite excited about these carrots. The Samurai are a deep red colour and Purple Haze are purple. I've never been successful growing these types of carrots before, so cross your fingers and hope for me. Also, remember to add labels so you know where and what you've planted. And now on to the disaster that is my lawn. So the grass behind me was full of weeds. It still kind of is, but we'll get on to that in a minute. I spent 3 hours trying to pull weeds out my lawn the other day. Oh, it was horrific. I even sunburnt the back of my neck. Well done me. Not really wear sunscreen. I also weed killed as much as I could, which left the grass looking really patchy. I just used homemade weed killer, and that just consists of vinegar, salt and dish soap. Now the weed killer's kicked in, it's looking very, very patchy. So I cut the lawn as short as possible, which was a little bit of a struggle. I ended up having to cut the lawn reasonably short and then cut it again. I then went to the liberties of getting the strimmer out and tidying up the edges too. Well, the area where the weeds were, or maybe still are, I've tried my best to scrape away more weeds and scarify the area. There has to be an easier way to do this. This is horrific. Surely there must be an electric machine like a mower I can get that'll just make this job easy. Definitely going to be doing some research into that. I also got this tool, which is a lawn aerator. That's what the package says. Lawn aerator. Improve drainage and soil aeration. Improve health and condition of your lawn for easy removal of plugs of soil. Using this thing did not help me remove plugs of soil. I don't know if the ground is just too solid, too compact, or I just don't have the strength to use this tool, but I couldn't make it work. So I ditched it for a trusty pitchfork. Although not much easier, I did find the pitchfork a bit easier to make stabby holes in the ground, and somehow, hopefully that will aerate my lawn. Even just slightly would be better than nothing at all. And then to fill all the bare patches, I'm using this lawn seed and applying a liberal amount all over the grass, especially on all these patches. So 2 weeks has passed and this is how my lawn is looking. I'm going to give it a cut and we can see what it's looking like now. So is it looking any less patchy? I don't know. So it's still looking a little bit patchy, but it's only been 2 weeks. I think it's going to take a little bit more work and a little bit more time. It's mostly green, it's fine. It'll get there. So behind me is my rainbow flower planter. There's still a few gaps, so I've been shopping. And I'm going to show you what I got. I've got this Cordelius in porcelain blue. Look how lovely and delicate those are. A lovely addition to the blue corner of the planter. I don't know how this is pronounced. Dragon's breath. Such an unusual looking plant, and it matches my hair, so it would have been rude to leave it in the shop, would it not? I've also got this rose, Orange Princess. Look at these blooms. Oh, that is so pretty. This is such a gorgeous thing. And down here is this stunning little orange number. Again, not sure how to pronounce this. It's such a bright orangey coral type colour, and the foliage is gorgeous as well. Hopefully it'll be a really nice trailing plant over the edge of the planter. And I found another dianthus. This one's called Passion. Beautiful. It'll fit in quite nicely in that little planter next to the rest of my dianthus. And that kind of fills up the red sort of orange area quite nicely, I think. And last but certainly not least are these roses. Rose Aromatique. I think they look really vintagey looking. This yellow with this hint of blush pink. I just think these are absolutely stunning. These are definitely my favourite flower I've bought so far. I've also been desperately trying to save my strawberries from the birds. So I've been painting pebbles to look like strawberries and then putting them in my strawberry plants. If you'd like to find out more about the strawberry pebbles, I've got a video which I'll leave a link to up here and in the description box below. You're also going to find at the moment that your strawberry plants are throwing out new shoots to create new plants. So I've filled some little pots with soil, popped them on a tray next to the planter, and once my plant has produced a reasonable sized looking seedling, I'm just going to pop that in my little pot here, tuck it in. So I've popped a load of the runners into these pots down here. These are the strawberry plants I want to grow off this year. So hopefully these will be happy and grow into beautiful strawberry plants next year. All the rest of my strawberry plants, I've cut all the runners off because I want all the energy to go into making the strawberries and not more plants. I probably already have too many strawberry plants, but that's a story for another day. And a little update on my melon plant. Unfortunately, the first flower and fruit that appeared seems to have just fallen off. But do not fear, there is another flower that has appeared, so I live in hope that I actually might be able to grow a melon. I mean, not a lot of hope, let's be honest. But if I do get a melon to grow, I've decided that the perfect support to use on a melon is going to be like a mask, like a surgical mask, like a little hammock. Fingers crossed, here's hoping. If you've enjoyed this video, leave a like, leave a comment, share and subscribe. Of course, subscribing is optional, but it is very much appreciated. So thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!